Hey guys, today's topic of the video is going to be about an important comedy play written by William Shakespeare, the Comedy of Errors. So in this video we'll be discussing the introduction, summary, all acts analysis, major themes and quotations of this play. So let's start right from the introduction. But before starting, I will suggest you to subscribe to this channel and also follow us on Instagram so that you can get all the literary updates from there. And if you want any topic which I should make video of, kindly give the link, give the title of the article of the topic in the in the comment section below, and I will definitely make topics videos on it. So introduction. This is a pretty confusing play. As the name shows, it's a comedy of errors, making errors and judgments about the characters, because they would be identical somehow. So that's why it's a pretty confusing play written by William Shakespeare and published in 1595. It's a Shakespearean comedy. I have also made a video on Shakespearean Tragedy and Shakespearean Comedy. Link will be provided in the description below. And the setting of the play is in ancient Greek city Ephesus. So moving towards the short summary of this play, Antipholus and his slave Dromio go to Ephesus to find their twins after a shipwreck. The lost twins are living in Ephesus, and when the first twins arrive in Ephesus, they are mistakenly identified, and there were complicated plot happen. And in the end of the play, everything became right and everything became happy. So moving towards the analysis of all acts. So moving towards first act, Duke Solinus, who is the emperor of Ephesus, declares that Syracusans are not allowed in Ephesus. Egon comes to Ephesus from Syracuse, and he has been captured. When he was asked the reason, he explained that he is searching for his lost twin sons and their twin servants. Egon first starts his story to the Duke as 23 years before. Egon had lost his wife along with one of their identical twin sons, and his one twin servant is in a storm at sea. So there was a shipwreck in the sea, and they were just lost from each other. Their identical twin sons and identically twin servants. Egon had brought up the surviving body and his slave, and then they had started searching for their lost brother, but they were never found, and they had now come here to find them. So Duke Solinus is moved by his story and allowed Egon until sunset to try to raise 1,000 marks as a ransom, or otherwise he will die. Meanwhile, in a nearby marketplace, a merchant has befriended two tourists. First is the son of Egon, Antipholus of Syracuse, and his friend companion Dromio. Learning of the ban on Syracusans, he puts on local dress before going to explore the town. Unknown to them, their twin brothers, who are identical with names too, have been living there after being saved from the storm by a fisherman. Moving towards the second act, Antipholus of Syracuse is very surprised to be hailed by Dromio of Ephesus. Dromio is angry that his master has not come back home for dinner to his wife, Adriana. Their identities are totally mistaken and create a series of confusion in the play. This is particularly true when Antipholus of Syracuse on the dinner table with his sister-in-law falls in love with his sister Luciana. So his servant Dromio of Syracuse refused to open the door to anyone. He locks the door even when Antipholus of Ephesus returns home with his merchant friend. This prohibition maddens Antipholus of Ephesus and makes them dine with his friend, the courtesan. Going towards the third and fourth act. So Antipholus of Ephesus has ordered a gold chain, but it is delivered to Antipholus of Syracuse instead. When the goldsmith asks for the payment, he arrests Antipholus of Ephesus and his servant, and then they refuse to pay for the chain which is not delivered to them. So that's the error in the comedy. That's the error in this comedy. The Adriana thinks that her husband is insane. Syracuse brothers are causing trouble in this town because of their twinhood. Moving towards fifth act, when the allotted time of Egon ends, the Duke returns, but Adriana stops him and begs for her husband. The Ephesians twins escapes and also come to seek justice. Egon recognizes them, and the Duke sends for the other twins, and they also appeared on the spot. She further amazes everyone by recognizing Egon and revealing herself as Emilia, his long-lost wife. She had entered a religious order after surviving the storm and fearing that all her family had died. In last, Antipholus of Syracuse marries Luciana, and the Duke pardons Egon, and everyone goes to celebrate with Emilia at the temple. And the two Dromios also leave the stage. So that's the end of the play. Moving towards the major themes of this play, mistaken identities, as it is pretty evident in this play. Marriage and love is a central theme of Shakespeare's all comedies, and there is a happy union of the all characters in his comedies. Parental love and coincidences which make errors. So that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you will like or dislike this video. Also comment in the comment box for further inquiry, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.